it's okay. He's getting closer. Okay, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. He's sideways. Shoot when you're ready, okay?
I think I got it.
Okay, just shoot when you're ready.
Matt. Matt. Alright, what up everybody? It is 6:03 on September 27th. Cameras really started picking up there for a little while. New bucks moving in, a lot of daylight activity, and then they just kind of like recently dropped out. And they've been pretty slow for the last couple of days. Lots of coyotes, lots of coons. But so that being said, we are gonna drive over and do some road scouting, because a lot of crops have been coming out over there, and I laid eyes on a pretty good buck last night, and I might be able to get permission on a piece right next to it to get my daughter in for youth season and maybe get her on him tomorrow. But so we're gonna drive over there, stop, talk to the landowner, and that should be timing it perfectly for the deer to start really hitting the fields and hopefully get some content. So let's see what we can go see. Alright, what up everybody? It is September 28th at 11:40. Like I've been saying, I've been trying to scout out stuff for my daughter to get her on a good buck, and I actually just got permission to 40 acres, and I'm really excited because the timber that butts up to is just loaded with deer, and what it is just a cornfield with a fence line on one side and standing corn on the other side. Drove by last night and there were deer bedded down out here and working out here right at dark. So I'm gonna bring my ground blind in here and try to find a spot to set it up. I think I'm gonna brush it in with corn stalks as well as I can, and we're gonna get out here this afternoon and hopefully, you know, get a shot at a good deer or a decent deer. We do have a terrible wind all weekend. That's not in our favor, but I think we can make it work. So let's go try to do this.
All right, what up everybody? It is September 28th at 5:10 p.m. It is hot. It is 83 degrees. and the pressure is 29.93 on the fall, and it's pretty windy. I think like 15 mile an hour winds, but I've been scouting pretty hard to get little Miss Aleah here on a good deer because she wants to shoot another buck and she wants to get one bigger than her first buck. And we've had some pretty good ones show up on public, but this last 4 or 5 days they've just dropped off the face of the earth. So I drove around doing a lot of scouting, and I found quite a few bucks, and they were out in these fields consistently several nights in a row. And then it clicked, like, oh my gosh, a guy that I have permission to shed hunt a lot of his ground owns one of these fields where these deer come out. So I stopped, asked, he goes, yeah, go ahead, take her out. So I came out here and put up the hawk man cave and brushed it in with corn stalks, and then threw out a stealth cam flashback over a fresh scrape that's about 85 yards from us right now. And we're pretty hopeful that some of these deer are going to work out and hopefully present her with a shot so we can get her second buck and hopefully a bigger buck. But the wind really isn't in our favor, but we're gonna stay hopeful. We sprayed down at the truck, we walked in relatively slowly so that way we didn't build up a big sweat, and then when we got here I snuck over to that scrape and put some scent in it to hopefully draw one of these bucks in to hit that scrape, and if that works, then both of her bucks will have been shot over scrapes. So we're just gonna kind of hang out and hopefully they get out here soon because it's really hot. Yesterday when we scouted, there were deer bedded down in this corn already at like 6:30. So we're sitting over combine cornfield in between alfalfa and standing corn. So we've got pretty high hopes. We'll see what happens, and we will keep you guys updated. So alright, what up everybody? It is September 29th. It is 5:17 p.m. Aleah and I are sitting in the same field that we sat last night. It is 83 degrees. We currently have like a 13 mile an hour wind out of the northeast blowing southwest. Not a good wind for us, but it is supposed to die down closer towards the evening. We didn't really see a whole super lot yesterday. We had one come out a little bit earlier in the afternoon, but it was only out for a couple minutes and went back in. And then we seen a small buck behind us that we weren't unable to film, and we also seen a big group in the field behind us that we also weren't able to film. But majority of the movement did not happen until that 15 minutes before shooting light, and the only things that came out were does. And our target is a buck, is what we're shooting for. But with this being our last afternoon, we're gonna ride it out to the very end, and then once it gets down to those last couple minutes of shooting light, if a doe gives us an opportunity, we think that she's gonna go ahead and fill her tag on a doe. So hopefully it'll cool down, and hopefully the deer move earlier and we can have a successful sit. We had a fun sit yesterday, and we're hoping for the same thing tonight. And just hopefully the only thing different is we're walking out with a deer instead of nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, now we're gonna sit tight and wait. gotta let him get closer. We have to let him get closer. He's too far. You're gonna have to follow him, okay? Because he's gonna end up out here. Yep, that's okay. Just don't move. Wait till that little one moves. Here, put this off to the side so that you can hear me. That's why we are in a blind. Okay, they're getting closer. Let them get closer. Let me see. Yeah. I know. Just try to let him get a little closer. We want to try to let him get where this doe is over here to the left. Okay? Just like he is right now. So we're gonna move your guns. We're gonna move your guns. Okay, get over there and get over there. Yeah, he's the one you can see. Look. That's okay. So when you're ready, you shoot him, okay?
I can't right now.
Do you want to right now?
I can't.
You can take that shot. Just put it on that front shoulder. No, it's okay. He's getting closer. Okay, get ready. He's sideways. Shoot when you're ready, okay?
Stop moving. Dang it. I think I got it.
Okay, just shoot when you're ready. Smoked him, baby. Smoked him. She just smoked him. Yes. Oh, God, I love you. Oh, baby. Yes. Oh, my God. Give me some. You need to take those off. No way. No way. You just shot a freaking... Oh, baby. Oh. I can't believe that just happened. That deer, I've watched that deer. Holy cow. So, talking to you TikTok live, and I'm talking to camera, but I've been scouting for my daughter, and I've watched that deer 3 nights in a row out in this field next to us, and got some decent video of him. I couldn't get permission on there, and I remembered I have permission for shed hunting ground on this piece that's to the north of this block of timber. I stopped yesterday, got permission, came out here, put the blind up, covered it in with corn stalks. We sat yesterday. It was super slow, didn't see nothing, and we got out here again, and deer movement was great, and I was like, okay, I'm confident. And the buck I've been watching showed up, and she just smoked him. Instant blood. I could see it running down his side. Oh my Lord. No way. No freaking way. What do you think, kid? Was that awesome? Was it suspenseful?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. All right, guys, September 29th was a success. Like I said, we did a lot of scouting, driving around. I'm not sure if we filmed this deer. This is a different deer than what I thought it was. But it still worked out. You know, I stopped and got permission for this piece and got the hawk man cave set up in there and brushed in really well. And we sat that night and we did see a couple does, but not until last shooting light. And we decided to come back out here and try again this afternoon. And the does started pouring out a lot sooner than what they did last night. And right then I was like, okay, something's gonna show up. And about 6:40, the first buck entered the field, smaller buck, and she elected that she didn't want to shoot it. And we seen a big buck behind us a ways, but we can't shoot over there. And I come back to my seat and I look out and there's a new deer in the field by the body. I was like, oh, that's a buck. And I got the binos up and I was like, okay, that's a shooter. And I gave her the binoculars. I was like, do you want that deer? And she said, yeah. And he worked in almost picture perfect, and she followed up with a perfect heart shot. So this is her third deer and she's 3 for 3 on heart shots. And it was kind of a tough track just because so we won't have much content for that because we could not find any blood anywhere, but he didn't even make it 50 yards and piled up in a big thing of weeds. So I'm super proud of her, and this one's going to be going to the taxidermist. And next is Dad's turn, hopefully. And yeah, that's all she wrote for youth season. So we just want to thank you guys for watching and tuning into the channel. We got a lot of good stuff coming this year, a lot of good bucks on camera. So make sure to hit that follow and subscribe button and be ready because we're coming in with some good ones this year. Thanks, guys.